are we and how do we make this the most effective that it can be while uplifting and supporting our people? The biggest problem that comes into businesses is when we start thinking of people as resources instead of people.
Yes.
And we really want to invest in people and help them succeed so that we can succeed.
You know, and then we certainly cannot be talking about staff retention without touching on the issue of the forever growing AI or artificial intelligence and the threat to jobs. So should companies tread very carefully when it comes to artificial intelligence? And of course, bearing in mind that in as much we need technology advancement, jobs need to adapt.
Yeah. What a question. Thank you for asking. So when we think about artificial intelligence, it's really important that it's a tool. Artificial intelligence and large language models like ChatGPT are great ways to optimize productivity and to help us develop. And when we think of big companies, they have openly proclaimed that while this is a period of change, this is also a great period of opportunity. We must always consider that risks are both negative and positive at the same time. With about 75% of the South African labor market currently taking on cloud and AI and all these optimization tools, it actually brings on a conversation for reskilling our people. And it's going to be a matter of us investing and helping people learn these skills that retain jobs and help us to create more opportunity.
What about the loss of jobs, though?
Yes.
In some sectors, which call for the growth of AI at the expense of jobs.
Yep, absolutely. Like every industrial revolution, there will be changes, there will be shifts. And this is where it becomes so important to understand where our people are and how can we re-skill those people so that while their job changes and there might be a loss in one respect, it becomes something more productive going forward. I think it's beautiful seeing initiatives like Nedbank and all of the banks who are currently on a huge journey to do exactly this, because jobs like bank tellers and mundane administrative tasks are unfortunately more on the easily changed space.
Yeah.
So it's really important to know where are our people, what skills do they have, and how can we help them become future fit.
Yeah, I was going through the feature of the Jobs Report 2023. So I want us to talk about the skills that are in demand, especially in the tech space.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, tech is always in demand, and I think it's important to remember that while our first principle needs to be that we are guided by principles, we need to remember that irrespective of the tool that we use, the things that won't be replaced are what makes us uniquely human. It is our critical thinking, it's our ability to strategize, it's our ability to disseminate data. And from that perspective, there's obviously a huge spike in opportunities like big data. There's a large demand for cloud. There's a large demand for software engineering, which we've seen in abundance. But the biggest game changer has really been the things that keep us human. Our creativity, our empathy, our ability to connect with others. Because as much as these tools are so helpful and incredible, they really aren't in a position at this stage to understand people and to reason. They're simply able to produce data from a set of information.
Sure. And as much as companies, I could see that they've embraced AI full force, but there's also the threat of data breaches. Do you get a sense that companies are not focusing fully on the security of their data, rather than focusing on the growth of AI?
Oh, absolutely. It's such an interesting discussion point. From a security perspective, there's been a massive spike in demand from security professionals, obviously with large confidential bases of information. It puts you in a particularly vulnerable space. But I think as a business, it is imperative for you to consider how to make this more efficient.